Hey, Shalom, Yashala.
Shalom, shalom.
I want to start off source by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakudash. I double honor to the Apostle Great Millstone, and honor to you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. I'm here with the brother
Yakanan.
It's going get into it, Lord's will. There's a lot going on at the moment. Esau's world is about to come to an end, man.
Yep.
Right, and we're just watching, and we're watching and waiting. Okay, I'm gonna get this. This is Mark 13 and 33. It says, "Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is." Right, so we don't know the exact times and this, that, and the other when the Lord, is gonna come back. However, the Lord is giving us signs.
Yep.
Okay, giving us signs to look at, so that we can be like, okay, cool. So this has happened, that's happened. Right, so we're basically getting close to when the Lord's going to return, right? For instance, this is 2 Ezra 9.
That's the spirit about to say, let's get that.
Can. Says, he answered me then, 2 Ezra 9 and 1, says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right, and how do we measure? The measuring stick for time is these prophecies.
Yep.
Right, everything, when you talk about measuring, you measure weight, you got a scale. You measure length, you got a ruler. You measure time, you got these prophecies, man.
God.
Right, so that we can determine just how far along these prophecies we are.
That's it. Like, we have the whole talk of the MOTB, and that's a great indication that we're in the time of the end of the world.
That's it.
And another great indication is the fact that who's ruling the world right now upon the face of the earth, which is Esau, Edom. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man.
That's
so
right.
we know by who's actually ruling the world, who's making the decisions, who's calling the shots. We know that we're in the time of the end, man.
That's it. That's it. Because there's a whole a raft of how we know we're in the the last days, right? Like the things that the brother mentioned, right? The fact that this ruler is in charge. Right, for instance, there's another one in the Apocrypha. It speaks about, basically speaks about what you call it, premature baby surviving. That's something that happens today, right? And the fact that you're having all of these different global events, because it's not like, okay, uproars of the people, right? Okay, cool, but yeah, there's always been uproars of the people, right? Okay, cool. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Oh, there's always been roadblocks. Oh, the freak weather. Oh, there's always been freak weather, but not all at the same time.
It's all timing, yeah.
Right, it's all happening all at the same time. So that's how we know we're getting close, man. Continuing on, it says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I've told thee before, right, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? Because this is the thing, man. The Lord, for us, we know the Lord is here, right? We know that there's a Lord, right? But we live in a godless world, right? You got that clip from V for Vendetta. No, it wasn't the virus that they made. It was the thing that created. It was godlessness, right? And this is a godless world, man.
Gross darkness, Isaiah 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross darkness cover the people.
Yeah, you got the covering cast over all people.
Oh, yep.
Let's get some of these.
Yeah, like the brother was saying, we live in a godless society. Everyone's mind is filled with gross darkness. Edification and true wisdom and understanding is not pushed in this society. Degradation and folly and confusion is pushed in this society, man. And that's why the people are in the state that they're in. As the rulers are, so is the people, man. So that's what we're experiencing right now. Everyone is on a low vibrational level when it comes to anything that's spiritual, man.
That's right. I'll grab this. It says Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, man.
Hey, and that's evident, that perverse spirit. That's actually evident throughout the four corners of the globe. You got the whole trans agenda. You got the attempts to totally demasculate the man.
Yep.
You have the pushing of female power. Girl power and all that kind of shit, man, which is all confusion.
Yep.
All right. When the man is not the master, the head of the household, you get pure confusion. You get a broken down of a system that Yahweh Shem Yahushai set up to work.
Yep.
You know?
You get chaos, man.
That's it.
You know, the Spirit was with someone yesterday and they made a statement. Chaos Reigns had to do a video. Right, you know when someone says something and you was like, oh shit, that's a video title, man.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, Chaos Reigns. I was like, oh shit, that's true. Because that's the world we live in. We live in the world where chaos reigns, man.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why, for instance, let me grab this if I may. Right, this is 2 Peter 3 and 13. All right, it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Right, we can't wait for a righteous world, man, because this world is wicked.
Yep.
Right, like before we put on the camera, we was just lamenting, right, in how in this world you can't be a man, man.
Can't.
Right, you be a man, you get straight up criminalized.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When you stand out, if you're a man, you actually stand out. You know, when it's supposed to be a normal thing for a man to, you know, exude characteristics of a man and a woman to exude characteristics of a woman.
That's it.
But they want it to be reversed.
That's
you know,
it.
They want the woman to have the power, and they want the man, you know, to be effeminate and just to be ruled over by, you know, feminine energy, and that's off.
It. And would you call it? And who did that? That's E. Right. For instance, I remember just would you call it? If you remember watching television, we're growing up. Right, when you watched cartoons and everything, what did they always show? They always showed that when the guy wanted to go ask out the girl, he was always, and then the girl was always what? Oh yeah, that's cool. Let's do it. Let's go for a date. Like, such a weirdo, or like, you know, basically belittling him in the fact that he, you know, of his approach or whatever. Or you had the which, for instance, you had, you know, Avengers: Last Airbender, which that was a good cartoon. Right, but what did they show you in that? They showed you the smart woman and the dumb, dorky man. Yeah, right.
Elder Apostle Gawai, he always mentions that, you know, or the mama knows best spirit. You have in Tesco adverts, you know, mama knows best and all that. Mom's got everything under control. Where dad, he's always the one fumbling, he's confused. He doesn't know how to do two things at one time. You know, all of that kind of shit. That's what they push in society to degrade the man.
That's it. Right, and you know, these people, they lap it up. But that's why we spoke earlier on about that perverse spirit. Rather, we read the scripture where it speaks about that perverse spirit. It's Isaiah 29:16 says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work serve him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed serve him that framed it, he had no understanding. All right, so what he has done, or rather, let's rephrase it, what the Lord has allowed E to do, right, is to turn everything upside down, man. Right, because what's another thing? It's because what that also does is it helps highlight who the men of the Lord are. Right, because there are just certain things that we don't get down with. Right, you know, every now and then might slip up, might, you know, get weak for a woman or whatever, what have you. Right, but that's where the brothers, you know, come in, you know, and everything. In that sort of regard, right? However, right, we stand out in the fact that we don't do certain things, we don't accept certain things, right? And it doesn't stop on the case of women. It doesn't, you know, it's about every aspect of our life. We stand out in this world, man, right? In certain theories of politics, for everything, right? Because we all know ultimately it's all a big game.
Yeah, we're not of the world, and that's why we're hated.
That's it.
Just like our Lord and our Savior, Yahweh Shai, was hated, man. Because we're not of the world, man. And when you're not of the world, you stand out. And that's why the scriptures also saying, I think it's Isaiah 59, that he that runneth from evil maketh himself a prey.
Oh, that's the
59 or something, Isaiah 59 or something. But that's basically what's happening, man. We've become a prey because we're standing up for righteousness. We're standing up for the right thing, you know, and we're trying to live our lives to the best of our ability according to the scriptures, man. You know?
That's it. It's Isaiah 59:15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yeah, truth faileth in this society. They don't want to uphold truth or anything that's according to the scriptures, man. They want to do the opposite. You know, that's what Esau wants to do. He wants to do the opposite to what Yahweh Shimei Shai is set up to make righteous. You know,
that's it.
Wherever the Lord has sanctified, Esau wants to come along and he wants to, you know, put his demonic spirit upon it.
Yeah. And once again, his one of the mediums that he uses is that Hollywood, man, right? Whether that's the film industry, whether that's the music industry, whether that's the porn industry, right? Because he pushes out a whole load of things. Like, for instance, I was speaking with a brother. He basically pushes out sex magic in these pornos. Right, so then people will unknowingly be doing, they'll watch it and they'll be like, oh, let me do that. And they're basically unknowingly performing sex rituals. Right, because what did one of them people say, man? I forgot who it was. Basically, they were saying that, one of the things they want is for everyone to basically be a Mason to some degree. Right? So then basically when he starts going into certain, like for instance, you tell someone licking, the brother brought out the information, osculum infamy.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
The devil's kiss, where it's basically like you, so that's spelled OSCULUM and then INFAME, right, if you want to look it up a bit more, right, but it's basically licking ass, right, basically where witches would, supposedly kiss the ass of the devil, right? Now, what has Esau been doing? He's been pushing that on people through these different mediums, whether it's music, whether it's adult entertainment or whatever, what have you. He's been pushing all of that. Right now, what then happens when you tell the world that is actually a satanic rich? People are just going to be like, well, I've been doing that anyway. It's not that deep.
That's it. And bro, it's true, because it's like there was an agenda behind that, because that hasn't always been the norm. That's something that was pushed at a specific time through music, through entertainment, like you're saying, through movies, through popular culture. Then all of a sudden, it becomes normal. And then when you come against it now, you're the crazy one. It ain't that deep, you know what I mean?
Because people have to back themselves. They don't want to admit that they've been doing straight up witchcraft. They want to admit that they've been doing nasty stuff.
That's it.
Right? But that's once again one of the reasons why we're like, yo, this place has got to go, man.
That's it. And Esau, he always uses the technique of gradualism. He didn't just like put it out there straight away. It took a number of years for people to get comfortable with it. And then, it's just normal. It's a part of sex. Well, it ain't. It's demonic, man.
Yeah. That's it. That's right.
He's making people become more vile. Like him. No standards. Demoralizing. The society, man. That's why people are fucked up, man.
That's it. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude. God. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Now the reason why I got this one was because of the fact of so that bit about labor from thy youth. Right, from America's inception, basically they've been pushing out all of this witchcraft, man. Right, he's all about this witchcraft, and that's what they've been doing in this world. They've been pushing that all on the people, man. Right, and that's what was you speaking about was an example of pushing out witchcraft in a way to and everything that he does is witchcraft. Right, for instance, earlier on we spoke about Carl Rittenhouse. That was witchcraft. Right, the way he pushed that, bro, that should have never fucking gone to trial. Oh, when I started listening to the information, I was there like, bro, why is this going to trial? Why? Because he had an agenda to push. Because now, what happened right after that? The whole thing about that Jake going and killing the people of the car. Bro, you got, because, I follow some conservative commentators. Bro, these conservatives are pissed. Because do you know how, like, the New York Times is reporting it? Oh, the SUV hit people. They're not even say that the man hit people. The man tried to kill people. They're not calling them a terrorist or anything. They're just saying the SUV hit people. And these conservatives were getting pissed. They're like, wait there, what do you mean what do you mean the car, the SUV hit people? But why? That's that witchcraft that Esau's pushing out.
And then, you get the subtle undertones, like you get like lesser independent news outlets that will actually say, look, he's a so-called black Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah.
Mainstream ain't doing that. You notice, you look at the mainstream articles regarding that dude, no mainstream is attaching the tag of black Hebrew Israelite. It's only the independent organization. They ain't really got much followers and stuff like that. So there's an agenda behind all of these things that Esau is doing. There's all various different bits of information that they want to put out there, man.
Yep.
That's the part of witchcraft.
That's it. And the thing is, both of them are going off as well.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, because I was watching, like, the way they based that off of was like he liked a post from 2015. Like, he shared a post from I was just there like, bro, how can you do that? You're telling me you've got no evidence for the 6-7 years in between. Right. It's like, well, you can't do that, blood. Yeah. But that's Esau. Once again, that's his witchcraft. The fact that he can make such a bold, random statement and get away with it. Yeah. Why? Because he has made himself as God, right?
Yeah, that media is witchcraft, like we were talking about earlier as well, man. That whole media, Esau can use media to push a whole narrative, and it might not even be law, but then because people believe it, you know, through the news, it just becomes legitimized, man. And that media is a powerful tool of Esau, man. Yeah, powerful witchcraft that he uses, you know. Yeah.
Hey, what's that Bane quote, man? I'm trying to remember how it goes. There it goes. Deception and theatricality, powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, because we understand what he's doing, you know, because we're the elites on the right hand side, and he's the elite of the left hand side. So we understand what's going on. You know, like when they make their movies, they put subliminal messages. They're not doing that for the common person. They're doing that for the luminaries on their side. They're communicating with each other, man. You know, that's what they do. That's the Illuminati. It speaks about it in Psalm 64, man.
That's it.
You know, the secret council of the wicked. They do things in secret. And in fact, their power comes from ruling in secrecy. Man.
That's it.
But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's being exposed by the prophets, man. By the right-hand side. That's Jeremiah 49 and 10.
That's it.
You know? He's been made bare.
Whilst you're speaking. Yeah, bro. Because it's like there was a point that you made there. It escapes me. It goes what comes back. It says Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, and it said he shall not be able to hide himself. He's getting exposed first and foremost by the mouthpieces of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the prophets. That's it. You know, Lord willing, we be of those men. Esau is being exposed on a day-to-day basis by the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Elder Apostle Gabar, he done a video, expose him. You know, that's the spirit that's on us, to constantly expose Esau Edom and show the world who he truly is, man. That's it. And that's where his power source lies, in his secrecy. Now he's not able to hide behind closed doors. Everyone knows who the elites are now. Everyone knows about the Rockefellers. Everyone knows about the Rothschilds. Okay? Everyone knows that that's the secret council of the wicked. And that's because of the elites on the right-hand side, the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Because this is a Game of Thrones. Right? And this is the thing, right? You watch Game of Thrones, right, brother? Bro, you remember when they'd go to King's Landing and like people were getting killed and this, that, and the other, but you didn't care. They were just the civilians, and that's it. The majority of these people out here are just that. They're just the civilians. We don't care about them. Right, the Lord ultimately, if you're a heathen, he don't care about you. And if you're not one of his, he don't care about you. Why? Because you're not part of that main cast. Okay, the Lord has a main cast, right? Which right now you got the elites on the left hand side, you got the elites on the right hand side, and then we talk to each other, right? We talk to each other now, the elites, and what I mean by that, I don't mean the elites come and talk to us, but they'll put things in their movies, right? Now, they might be putting it for the other elites to see, but the thing is, but we are initiated.
So we know what's going on.
So we know, like, for instance, there'll be certain times he'll put a movie out, and then there'll be like a spiritual number in a movie, or a spiritual saying in a movie where we're like, okay, we see what you're doing there, right? You're sending us a message, or you're trying to be this, that, and the other, man.
Yep, that's right.
Right, because we're not in darkness as other men.
Yep. And who has the upper hand? The right-hand side has the upper hand, because we have the prophecies.
That's it.
We actually have the inside information, all right? And we believe and have faith in the inside information that's been given unto us, man. And that's something that Esau doesn't have, because he doesn't believe that these prophecies are going to come to pass. He believes that somehow he can set up a space program and fight against Yahweh Shimei Shai upon his arrival, and then cause the prophecies to all of a sudden just cancel.
That's it.
But the scriptures say that the Lord is not a man that he should lie.
That's
all right.
it.
And Isaiah 55 and 11.
That's it. Oh man, let me. Can I grab this? It says Jeremiah 3:16. Is it 3:16? No, it's What is it?
I think it's 3. You're talking.
Man, lie. Salakia. It escapes me exactly where it is. No. I want Malachi 3 and 6. Like, that's the one I'm looking for. Like, it says Malachi 3 and 6. It says, "For I am Yahweh, I change not.
Yep.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed."
That's right.
Right? Because if the Lord Yahweh changed, right? Hey, bro, Jake's wicked, man. Let's be Jake's wicked, man. Hey, the Lord brought us out of Egypt in such a way where the heathen nations were all afraid, right? The Lord did that for us. But what did Jake do? Start fucking worshipping golden calves, man.
Yeah, start scoffing, talk about garlics and leaves. Yeah.
Oh, like Jake is out there 144.9.
That's spirit.
You know.
Yeah, gas prices over here in the UK is at 144 currently at many places, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the sign of the times.
That's it.
You know, there's just the other day, you remember when we was in the lockdown?
Yeah.
And it was like, it was literally on £1 pound. You know, and then it's all shot up to 144, 149 at some places. You know, so that's a substantial rise, and it's causing a lot of problems, man. You know, because people have a lack of money right now. Man.
That's it.
So this is all beautiful signs, you know, telling us that this is the end of this man's kingdom.
This is the end.
This is the end, man.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a good point. And the thing is, with gas prices have a knock-on effect on everything, man. Right? That's why, for instance, let me grab this. This is what 2 Ezra 6:22, I believe. Right? It says 2 Ezra 6:22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." Right? And that's what you've been seeing, man, all over the world. Now you'll get some dickheads that will be still like, "Well, in my supermarket everything is full." Right? But it's like, yeah, but you get so many other people that are saying, "Actually, I can't get this item that I wanted to get. I can't get that item that I wanted to get." Why? Because it's getting more expensive to transport goods all over the world, and because this is a global economy, man. For instance, you get a lot of apparently you get a lot of wheat from Russia. Russia's a great wheat exporter, for example, right? So then, guess what? Once you don't have that access to that line anymore because it's too expensive to get wheat from that part of the world and export it over to another part of the world, guess what? You ain't got wheat anymore.
That's it. Simple as that.
You know, if you can't export the rum, guess what? It's peak, isn't it?
And not to mention, you know, rising tensions.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you got certain nations that are not even going to be doing business with.
Yeah.
Because of tensions they have and disagreements and whatnot. So these things are going to increase, man.
Yeah.
Sanctions and stuff, you know.
Yeah. And that's why ultimately there's certain nations that don't really cross the line one with the other because they know you cross the line. Like, for instance, you know, you got all of this tension in Europe and Russia and, you know, certain of these nations. One of them basically said, "Look, man, we'll just cut off your gas."
Straight. Yeah.
Bro, it's like, well, how you just go and be like, "Look, man, we'll cut off your gas, man."
That's a low blow.
You know, and people are like, "Oh, but that's what we need, nuclear." But you don't have it now. Yeah. This is the point, right? So then, guess what? Like, for instance, when the what was this? When the gas prices went up, what happened in England? You had a lot of ammonia factories, right? Shut down. What is a byproduct of ammonia? Food grade carbon dioxide. Now your poultry industry is fucked. Now anything that needs non-food grade carbon dioxide in manufacturing is fucked. Now you can't get no beer, you can't get no fizzy drinks or fizzy water, whatever. You can't get any of that sort of stuff, right? Just from gas prices rising.
That's it.
Right? And then ammonia, that's used for what? That's used for farming. So now you can't farm it, you can't get your fertilizer and your crops anymore.
Deadly spiral, man.
It's a deadly spiral. That's how we know that this man's kingdom, right, is winding down, man.
Yeah. Hey, them gas prices are sharp crazy, bro. My monthly payments myself went up like £40, bro.
Damn.
Because the company we were with, they went bust. Then another company bought it, and then they put the prices up as soon as they bought it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what's happening out here, man. You know, things are getting real dire.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's it. Let's see what else we got on the famine here. We got let's grab this one. This is, in fact, no, let me grab this one actually. This is 2nd Ezra 16 verses 18 through 22. Or in fact, I'll start from 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right? And you know, this is a man of the Lord from back then, you know, when men were more manly, right? You know, it was, you know, big strong men, right? However, Ezra was like, oh, woe is me. You know, who shall deliver me in those days? Because he saw that destruction. He was like, yo, man, this is going to be fucked. Right? So that's how, for instance, we know we close, but we know we still got, a few things to happen. However, right, we know as well, just like with this whole, Crown Vic, that things can change overnight, man.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good point. Things can actually change overnight, because when it comes to Yahweh Shem Shai, man, he can just like, what's the word I'm looking for? He can accelerate things. In a magnificent way, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, Matthew 24 says, "Except those days should be shortened."
Yep.
Right, and we pray for those things. Like I said before, we when we was just reasoning, but we were just listing reasons why this place got to go. You know.
Real talk, man.
We was just listing reasons why this place got to go, and the Lord is gonna answer our prayers, man. Right, so that's it. Like when he starts getting harder, trying to come hard against, what does the scripture say? The Lord is going to set up a standard up against him, man. That's it.
That's right. That standard is coming, man, because as things continue to get harder and harder, and it comes to the point where we're not going to be able to eat, go to the supermarkets unless you got certain
credentials,
serums, flowing through your streams.
That's it.
Then it's going to be a point where Yahweh Shem Shai is going to start unleashing the miracles.
That's it.
And that's just really what it's about. So I always say this: you have to get fucked up so the miracles can actually happen.
That's it.
Man.
That's it. 100%.
If you're all good, then you don't need miracles.
That's it.
If you got food to eat, then you don't need miracles, man.
Yeah.
It's out of those dire situations where you really, witness the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
Yeah, when you're doing good and you're in that I can do it all on my own, like these women, they're like, I can do it all on my own. But that's because you've not been in situations yet. Right? In our mind, spiritually, we're very much aware, look, man, we need someone. Right? We need Yahweh Shem Shai, because the things that are to happen in this world, man, it's peak out here.
Yeah.
Right? It's things are gonna get bad out here, man.
That's right.
So let me continue. This is verse 18. It's like one more thing on that, because what the scripture says, his devil shall come down with great wrath, right? Knowing that he hath but a short time. It also says a sword is sharp, and it is furbished to make a sore slaughter. Right? You think this man isn't gonna come and try get Akim, right? No, this man's gonna try and do whatever he can to kill OJ ultimately, because he wants that birthright back. However, right, what is the Lord going to do? The Lord is going to have to come in and step up for us, man.
That's right.
Right, to set up who He's chosen are. To let the world know who He's chosen are, which in fact it goes into that in this. Verse 18 says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, right? The power shall stand and fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, and the answer is have faith in the Lord.
That's right.
Right, that's all we can do, because we can't battle this man on a carnal level. That's his blessing. Right, our blessing is one of the parts of our blessing is that connection with Yahweh Shem Shai, and that's a greater than Esau's carnal blessing, man.
Yeah. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is greater than what Esau has right now, man. Because when we go to Isaiah 33:6, the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation.
That's it.
Because that's where our strength and that's where our confidence come from, man. These scriptures.
That's it.
These are not just words. These are not just meaningless words. This is not no fairy tale, man. You know, this is what's built us up in the spirit to be able to endure the times to come, man.
Yep.
You know?
Preparing us for them.
That's
and
it.
As you were saying, one thing I was thinking about is what's part of that knowledge and wisdom and understanding, you know, being the stability of our times, the fact that we know that there ain't like another 10 years, there ain't another 20 years, there ain't another 50, 60, 70 years, right? We're going to be out of this place soon. Right? Why is that important? Because, for instance, you have several individuals that are like, oh, I want to, you know, I didn't want to get it, but I can't live the rest of my life not being able to do X, Y, and Z. Now, if you knew the rest of your life was only 3 or 4 months, you're like, fuck it, I'll ride it out. If you knew the rest of your life was like a year, it's like, fuck it, I'll ride it out, man. Fuck it, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And that's it. There ain't that much longer left, right? You starting there talking about, I want to go to a restaurant, though. A restaurant for another 6 months. Hey, you can cook for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You know, hell, like you take that juice, the only thing you might be eating is dirt, man.
you might get put in a vegetative state, man. You know, what they call a vegetable. You can't move, you got someone wiping your ass, you got someone feeding you. Hey, because this vaccine is fucking people up, man.
That's it.
I didn't want to say the word, but it's messing people up.
Yeah.
You know, people getting jacked up. Brothers have got experiences.
Yeah, first-hand
experiences of people actually getting fucked up, man. And taking the juice.
And you know what I gotta ask as well, bro, is like, how is it basically a lot of the brothers, like, just, you know, just amongst us, a lot of the brothers in the camp know someone personally who has got effed up over this thing, but yet they're saying, oh no, everything is all cool. How is it that no one in, you know, none of the people that I work with, none of them say they know someone personally who has had an issue, right, with this thing, right? So either they're lying, which brothers ain't lying, so it ain't us.
That's right.
Right. So either they're lying, right, or this thing, because, you know, most of the people that I work with are so-called white people, these Edomites, right? So then maybe it's just straight up just attacking Jake.
Yeah, a lot of it is attacking Jake, man.
You know.
Yeah.
So just finishing this up, and you can close it out.
God,
right, it says, behold, famine, so famine again. Like I said, Esau's manufacturing a famine right before we speak. Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. That's what it's saying. Brother was just there like, yo, man, I remember I was like, yo, petrol's cheap right now, I can't even store it. It's like, yo, how can I, you know, I've got nowhere to, you know, because, bro, if you had a back garden and you had like a sealed tank, bro, I would have done that. I would have gone, you know, every day just filling up petrol, just storing it in the tank and shit.
Yeah. Real talk.
You know,
look how much it is now.
Yeah. You know, near another one, 146 at this one, and diesel 140, basically 150.
Yeah. That's expensive. That's hella expensive, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So then it goes on, and this is for a liter. I don't know what that is in gallons, but this is for a liter. You know, so, you know, brothers can do the conversion themselves, and, you know, brothers in the state, right? But yeah, it says that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right, which all of that is happening right now, and it's going to continue happening and continue to get worse.
Oh, great confusion. That's happening throughout all of the earth, man. With this whole vaccine, with, you know, how many how many things you need, how many things can help you, when does it wear out. There's great confusion happening upon the face of the earth, man. You know, and they're pushing that confusion because what does not the scriptures say, but there's a saying, order ab chaos. You know, that's what Esau is doing. He's gonna create order through chaos, man.
That's it.
You know,
he's all about that disorder, man.
Yeah. Easier to control the people when people are in disarray, man.
Oh, because with this disorder, you can what can he do? Is he can push division, right? And once again, Sun Tzu, he has that saying: if your enemy is divided, so if your enemy is united, divide them. Right? Because then now you ain't got one large army fighting up against you. You know.
Yeah.
It says verse 23.
Oh, sorry, that's what all the gender wars are about as well, man.
Yep.
All the she, him, and her identify as free people. It's all confusion, man. You know that interview I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shit was confusing. They couldn't even keep up with it.
Yeah.
Man. You know, all the acronyms and the shit. You know, it's all bullshit, man.
Yeah.
But again, that's confusion. That's how Esau likes to control the people and cast that demonic energy, man.
God. Hey, there was one comedian. What do you call it? The special is very because he's from SNL, isn't it? Michael Shea. It was alright. It was watchable. But basically, he had a joke, and it was like, man, I can't keep up, man. You know, that's why the only pronouns I know is this nigga and that nigga. Which should be like that, man, because you might, once again, you might be at work or whatever, and then you just you might what they call it, you misgendered me, you know, or you know, those aren't my pronouns.
Yeah.
Like, you know, them ones when you see, and it's a spirit, because people are actually confessing. But you know those ones when you see people where they'll say their pronoun is she, they, them.
Yeah.
And then you said they, them. That's what you normally do for a plural.
Gone.
Right, that's what you normally do for a plural, man. There's an i.e. a lot of, you know, multiple. So what they saying, they're confessing they got demons on them.
Yeah, that's them demons, man.
You know,
legion, man.
That's it, man. Hey, for you to be believing and you know that you're really a woman when you got a rod. You got legion on you, man. Yeah. No, you got legions of legions.
No, it's the money. They're talking about putting Tampax in men's restrooms and shit. You know, giving men the opportunity to have periods. I mean, it's all fictional. It's bullshit, man. A man cannot have a period.
Yeah. So these are the same guys, if I will, that tell you to trust science.
Right. Come on, man.
They're telling me to trust science, but they're also telling me to not believe my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, nah, look, it has a willy, man. That's not a woman, it has a willy.
Bro, look, man, that's why we gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here, man.
We can't stand this shit.
You know, even if in fact, you know, the way things were going into as well, he can be the sentinel, send the sentinels out, or whatever, what have you. Can't even speak your mind in this place, man. But yes, it says, and their dead shall be cast out as dung. So, hey, we know when this really happens, well, people just gonna be out here, right? It just dead bodies, and what's that gonna cause? More disease. Because then they shall be no man to comfort them. Yeah, it's like now, like, bro, it's one of that. Like on my way home, I saw someone. It basically looked like someone had tried to suicide themselves into the river, right? And then basically, you know, you had the river police. You know, they were all zooming up to. You had like 2 or 3 ambulances. You had a helicopter up above, and that's for one man, for one individual, right? So in this day, when you got all of these people dropping dead, you think there's going to be anyone to bury them? That's why one of the first jobs pursuant to Ezekiel 35, right, that the elites and those that survive are going to be doing is the heathen that survive are going to be doing is burying those dead bodies, man.
Oh yeah, continual employment.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So I remember the elder brother said a while back, yeah, man, ain't gonna be no job set in the kingdom.
yeah. Oh, it says in Zechariah as well that blood shall be as dust. You know, so that gives you a real good image of how things are gonna be. Blood is gonna be as dust.
Abundant.
You know, very abundant, man.
That's it. Oh man, and hey, sorry, just I'll say this. You remember when that footballer, beginning of the year, during the Euros, basically had a heart attack on the pitch.
Dead. Yeah.
Basically, what do you call it? You had people, oh my God, why are you zooming in on him? Bro, they couldn't see him out because the thing is, I think he was dead for a couple of minutes, but they brought him back because they just continued trying to resuscitate him. But basically what happened, people were like, oh my God, why are you zooming in on him? That's not nice to see. And I was just there like, right, you lot got it good in the West, don't you?
You ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing. Yeah, the Lord, you think that was harrowing? Yo, the Lord is gonna make people used to death.
That's right.
That's all we can say. The Lord's gonna make the people used to death.
That's right. You know, a lot of these footballers.
Yeah.
A lot of them are getting heart problems as well.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Or is it?
Yeah, because they got the
Yeah,
serum. They got
that's
that
it.
serum in their body, man. So that's why a lot of them are getting health problems, man.
Yeah, top athlete. Oh man, hey, you know what it is? Which one of the brothers sent me. He basically sent me a statement. He was like, he came across an article. I believe he said it was in Natural News. Bro, you know what they're trying to blame these things or these collapsings on? What you call it? They've been doing weed.
Wow.
I was there like, you know what? Esau's the devil, because for as much as Jake like weed or whatever, what have you, going off for smoking that, for as much as they do, you think an athlete on millions of pounds, millions of whatever, what have you, is gonna lose it all for a joint?
For a joint.
For a joint, you know.
God.
You know, which is, and the thing is, that's once again more of this man and his witchcraft, because they've said, oh wait, it's a so-called black man. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely weed. People will be like, yeah, black man, weed, that makes sense. And then that's it.
That's that witchcraft
again,
man.
They'll just accept it as truth.
Come on. That's that witchcraft, man.
Yep. So it says, for the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. They shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. I'm going to jump down, and we can close it here. All right. Where is it? Wait, no, it's further up enough. Try to find it.
There's been interviews of these people that are coming against the serum. They've been saying that, within 4 years, a lot of people are going to drop dead, which Lord willing, we ain't hearing 4 years.
Yeah, Lord will.
But you can imagine that happening. People just dropping dead, because some people are dropping dead as soon as they take the serum. But some people, it's taking them a while. It depends on your immune system.
That's it.
It depends on it really depends on the spirit. But some people are dropping dead. Some people, it might take them a few months, maybe a year. But eventually you're going to drop dead. And the longer it takes is the more they disassociate it from the serum.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's the thing. And remember, it's, they were basically speaking about how, it can, it can spread to like people that if you're near them.
Yeah.
And then I was, at first, I remember telling you, at first I was like, I don't really believe that. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, that actually makes perfect sense. Yeah. Because once again, if people start, just randomly dropping, right, they're going to be like, well, he dropped, but he never took the serum. So then once again, you've dissociated it with that particular thing. Yeah. So then Esau can apparently sail off into the sunset, which he won't, because we're through spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is being exposed, man.
That's right.
It's 2 Ezra 16 and 70 now. It says, for they shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Hey, and that's that draconian spirit that Esau is going to come with. Wasting, spoiling, being like madmen, sparing none, dragging people out of their houses, throwing you in jail. All of these things are actually going to come to pass, man. That's why we got to stay prayed up. We got to stay in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, because these things are coming. Our faith is going to be tried, man. Our faith is actually going to be tried, man, through the spirit. But again, we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that is going to be the stability of our times, man. That's what's going to keep us stable. That's what's not going to allow us to bug out, because we're going to understand that whatever is coming, towards us, is set there by our Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as a test for us to, Lord willing, overcome.
That's it. That's it. So, Lord's will, that was edifying,
Lord willing.
Until the next time, go and close and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash. My double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone.
Double honors.
And honors to you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. So until the next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.